And now we call up the president of our Board of Trustees, Lory Rothstein, to deliver her New Year message to all of us.
Shana Tova. Good evening. It's an honor to have served as your Temple Board President this past year, and I look forward to the year ahead. As the past presidents know very well, every year on this evening, the Board President addresses the congregation with a speech that's sometimes entertaining, hopefully informative, but sometimes a bit boring, if we're being a little honest. Yours were good. Yours were good. So this year, as I planned my address, I thought it best to start with an amusing story or to tell a joke. But what would I say? I'm not a comedian. So I turned to AI, ChatGPT, for some assistance. I've successfully used this app on a number of occasions to help me get over writer's block. I found it a useful tool to help get the first sentence on the paper. So why not ask it to write a joke for me too? I thought I'd give it a prompt and see what it suggests. Now, I've learned that the more details you can provide when writing the prompt, the better the result usually is. So here's the prompt that I wrote. I am the president of my temple, and I need to deliver a Kol Nidre speech to the congregation. My speech will start by formally thanking all those who have worked so hard over the past couple of months to make these beautiful High Holy Day services possible. I'll continue by saying, first and foremost, thank you to our inspiring spiritual leaders, our clergy, Senior Rabbi Cantor Shira Sklar, Rabbi Jason Greenberg, and Rabbi Mark Lipson. Thank you, Rabbi Jason and Tracy Greenberg, for keeping our children engaged with your Oogie puppet shows and children's services. Thank you to our temple management team, led by Executive Director Stacy Cohen, Financial Administrator Robin Kazakowicz, Office Administrator Cindy Flynn, and Facility Manager Eddie Butaki. I'll also express my thanks to the beautiful voices of our adult senior choir, led by Choir Director Alice Lipson. I won't forget the fabulous musicians, so I'll say thank you to pianist Brian Damuchowski, violinist Lauren Gagnon, Will Hayes on flute, and the beautiful vocals of Andrew Maskoff. And there will be some more people to thank as well, as Marty Ehrlich and Ari Sklar, who make blowing the shofar look so easy. Thanks to the Torah and Haftorah readers, the ritual committee led by Amy Katz, and the volunteers serving as greeters and ushers. And thank you to all the broadcast room volunteers. So many people worked so hard this past year to get our sound system and streaming up and running. Roger Goodman, Becca Stoll, Rabbi Mark and Alice Lipson, Robin Ronay, Marty Gitlin and Emily Gitlin, and Sam Sklar. And lastly, I'll be sure to express my gratitude to my fellow board members and the numerous volunteers who serve our temple throughout the year. As I conclude the thank yous, it's likely that thunderous applause will erupt as the congregation expresses their gratitude as well. Okay. So that's cool, I predicted that correctly. Okay. After the thank yous, I will then proceed to remind the congregation that during the High Holy Day season, every year the board asks that you please support our annual Kol Nidre appeal. I'll say whenever we gather here in this beautiful sanctuary together, we reflect on the significance of our community, our faith, and our commitment to each other. We confirm our commitment to our future through our membership dues and Kol Nidre donations. Both are equally important and vital investments in maintaining the strength of our temple. Together, these funds help us to maintain our sacred spaces, meet our financial obligations, and support those within our congregation and beyond. Our goal every year is 100% participation in the Kol Nidre appeal. When every member participates, regardless of the amount, it symbolizes unity and a commitment to our shared values, and we demonstrate our collective responsibility to the health and financial strength of Temple Shalom. We empower our synagogue to continue serving as a spiritual home and a force for good in our community. After making such an impassioned appeal, I'll ask the congregation and guests in attendance and those watching online, won't you please join us and support the Kol Nidre appeal? I'll tell them it's very easy. You can fill out a donation card and leave it in the box on the table outside, or return it to the office, or go online to donate at our website. If you scan the QR code that's on the table outside, it'll take you right there as well. At this important moment in my speech, I'll say thank you to the congregation and all of our guests for your dedication and commitment to our temple by supporting the Kol Nidre appeal. So after writing that rather long and very detailed prompt, I then gave ChatGPT the following instruction. Write me an amusing joke to start this speech. Make it appropriate for a Jewish audience, and please keep it clean. And then I pressed submit. It took me 45 minutes to write that prompt, but less than 10 seconds for ChatGPT to write this joke. A man walking in the forest feels close enough to God to ask, God, what is 1,000,000 years to you? God replies, my son, 1,000,000 years to you is like less than a second to me. The man then asks, God, what is $1,000,000 to you? God replies, my son, $1,000,000 to you is less than a penny to me. It means almost nothing. The man asks, so God, can I have $1,000,000? And God replies, in a second. All right, so I'm glad you enjoyed that. So now that I got that opening joke out of the way, I can finally begin my speech. I'd like to formally thank those who worked so hard over the past couple of months. No, I'm just kidding. Although they all deserve endless thanks, I won't repeat my speech, but instead I'll conclude by sharing some very exciting news with all of you. Please keep Sunday, June 8th, 2025 open on your calendars, and plan to join us here as we celebrate and honor Rabbi Mark Lipson's 50-plus years of service at Temple Shalom. It will be an evening filled with memories, tributes, and of course, music and song. How else would we honor him? You won't want to miss this exciting evening, so I hope to see you all there. We have assembled a planning team for this event. If you wish to join us, just let me know. Thank you, and on behalf of the Board of Trustees, I wish you all a happy and healthy New Year.